Imagine a world where the unimaginable happens. Two universes, each with their own rules and beings of immense power, crash into one another. The chaos gods of Warhammer, beings of pure, raw emotion, come face to face with the Daedric Princes of Elder Scrolls, entities of supreme power bound to their own twisted spheres. One side, fueled by the darkest desires of mortals, thrives on the very essence of conflict and change. The other, bound by ancient pacts and driven by their own enigmatic agendas, view mortals as pawns in their cosmic games. What happens when these titans clash? Fasten your seatbelts, dear reader, because we're about to dive into a battle for the ages. Things are about to get messy. On one side we have the Chaos God's Khorne, the bloodthirsty god of war, always up for a good scrap. His followers revel in the chaos of battle, seeking glory through endless conflict and bloodshed. Next up is Nurgle, the god of plague and decay. He finds beauty in rot and ruin, spreading his gifts of disease far and wide, embracing the inevitability of death and decay. He's all about spreading the love, literally, in the form of horrific diseases. His followers see his plagues as blessings, a twisted form of affection from their decaying deity. Then there's Slaanesh, the god of pleasure and excess, who enjoys the finer and often more disturbing things in life. From the heights of ecstasy to the depths of depravity, Slaanesh's domain is one of endless indulgence. Lastly, there's Tzeentch, the god of change and trickery, always scheming and plotting. His followers are masters of manipulation, constantly weaving intricate plans to reshape reality itself. Across the battlefield stand the Daedric Princes, each as unique and terrifying as the last. These powerful beings rule over their own realms, each with their own twisted sense of order and chaos. There's Molag Bal, the king of rape, a real charmer, isn't he? His domain is one of domination and enslavement, where he exerts his will over the weak and powerless. He's all about domination and enslavement, your typical power-hungry tyrant. His followers seek to emulate his ruthless nature, spreading fear and subjugation wherever they go. Then we have Sheogorath, the mad god, whose sanity is about as stable as a house of cards in a hurricane. His realm is one of madness and unpredictability, where the line between reality and insanity is blurred. Don't forget about Azura, the Daedric Princess of Dusk and Dawn, known for her stunning beauty and equally terrifying wrath. She embodies the duality of twilight, a balance of light and dark, creation and destruction. And last but not least, we have Dagon, the Prince of Destruction, who's basically a walking natural disaster. His presence brings about cataclysmic events, reshaping the world through sheer force and devastation. The two realities collide in a spectacular display of cosmic energy, forming a new dimension, a chaotic blend of both worlds. Imagine a landscape ripped straight from a fever dream. The sky, a swirling vortex of colours unseen by mortal eyes, rained down bolts of pure, unadulterated magic. Rivers of molten metal flowed through fields of razor-sharp obsidian, while forests of twisted, gnarled trees seemed to writhe in agony. In this realm of madness, where the very fabric of reality was as flimsy as wet tissue paper, the Chaos Gods and Daedric Princes prepared to wage war. The first blow is struck, not with a sword or spell, but with an insult. The air crackles with tension as words become weapons, each syllable a dagger aimed at the heart. Nurgle, in all his disgusting glory, burps out a particularly noxious cloud of gas, aiming it in the general direction of Sheogorath. The stench is unbearable, a toxic miasma that could fell a lesser being. You call that madness, pointy hat? I've seen more sanity in a plague rat. Sheogorath naturally takes offence. His eyes blaze with a wild fury, a madness that knows no bounds. Insolent slimeball, I'll have you know my madness is legendary, complex, like a fine cheese aged for centuries. His voice echoes across the battlefield, a declaration of his chaotic prowess. Khorne, ever impatient, charges into the fray, his axe Gorechild thirsting for blood. His roar is a battle cry, a call to arms that shakes the heavens. Molag Bal, never one to back down from a challenge, meets his rage with his own. Their clash is a symphony of destruction, each strike a note in their deadly duet. Their weapons clash in a shower of sparks, the very earth trembling beneath their feet. The ground quakes as their fury is unleashed, a testament to their unyielding power. Meanwhile, Slaanesh, ever the artist, decides to turn the battlefield into their own personal stage. With a flourish, they transform the chaos into a twisted masterpiece. With a snap of their fingers, seductive music fills the air, a hypnotic melody that ensnares the senses. The battlefield becomes a dance floor, each combatant moving to the rhythm of Slanesh's dark symphony. The battle rages for what feels like an eternity, a chaotic whirlwind of divine might and petty squabbles. The clash of titans echoes through the heavens, each blow shaking the very fabric of reality. Mountains crumble, rivers run dry, and the very air crackles with raw energy. The landscape is torn asunder, a testament to the sheer power unleashed by these celestial beings. But as with all things, even cosmic battles must come to an end. The sun sets over the battlefield, casting long shadows over the fallen. And what an end it is. The once vibrant battlefield now lies in eerie silence, a stark contrast to the chaos that reigned moments before. In a twist no one, not even Tzeentch, could have predicted. The battle ends not with a bang but with a whimper. The gods, once fierce and unyielding, now stand in quiet contemplation. You see, it turns out that even gods and princes need a break every now and then. Their divine energy, though vast, is not infinite. All that fighting, all that yelling, it gets tiring. The warriors, both mortal and divine, find themselves yearning for a moment of peace. So in a moment of shared exhaustion, a truce is called. Enemies become allies, if only for a brief respite. They gather around a makeshift table, fashioned from the shattered remnants of a nearby mountain. The air is thick with the scent of ozone and dust. A deck of cards, seemingly materializing out of thin air, is passed around. The game begins, a new kind of battle, one of wit and chance.